What's up? Welcome back to my channel, Because Multitudes. My name is Shawnee, and today I will be doing my first cash stuffing of 2022. This is paycheck number 1, and I am going to be stuffing $1,080. I started cash budgeting because for me, psychologically, spending cash is harder than swiping a card. So if this is the kind of content you're into, stay tuned and we'll jump right in. So today I will be cash stuffing $1,080. As you all know, I have my sinking funds tracker here where I've broken down the money that I will be stuffing in those sinking funds today. I also will be stuffing my cash envelopes, which is the money that I use and spend on a bi-weekly basis to live. So buying groceries, buying gas, eating out, etc. I also have my challenge tracker, and I will be stuffing 2 of my challenges today. So I'm going to start by unstuffing the money that was left in my cash envelopes from this past pay period. So in my cash envelopes in date night, I have $15, 5, 10, 15. I didn't spend any of that. I'm just gonna set all the money from my cash envelopes to the side, and then I'll let you know what I'll be doing with that money once it's time to restuff or where I'll be allocating it. Eating out has $0. Gas has all of the money, so 20, 40, 60, and 70. I have not been going anywhere. Like this past pay period, I was pretty much in the house. I am trying to stay away from Omicron. Like, I have been nowhere basically, and so I did not spend any money on gas this past pay period. And this past pay period, I have a lot more money left in my envelopes than usual, and that's really because I'm in a no-spend January and I'm staying in the house. So those 2 things have helped me keep a lot of the money in my envelopes. In groceries, I have 1, 2, 3, oh, these are old, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $9 left in groceries, and they all happen to be ones. So I'm gonna leave that there. Miscellaneous, I have 20, the 20 that was stuffed in that envelope. That to the side. And in spending, I have all the money that was in that envelope as well, 20 and 30. And I am going to show you all what I will do with this money once it's time to be allocated. So let me put this in here. And those are the 6 envelopes that I have. I think I'm actually going to expand and include a me envelope and a beauty envelope. Me is spending, but I think I may start rolling over my spending money to build that envelope up a little bit. So in all, over the past 2 weeks, I get paid about every 2 weeks. So the money I had left over in my cash envelopes this past pay period is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 120, 125, 130, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, and 144. So $144 left over from this pay period, which is excellent. So now I will go ahead and do a couple of things. The first thing is I'm getting out my large Louis Vuitton Kirigami pouch because I have my $5 bill challenges and my $1 bill challenges in here. So I'm going to add all of these ones. Nine ones to my $1 challenge envelope. So that just got a huge boost. And although I have some 5s, I am not going to stuff these 5s from date night into the $5 savings challenge. I'm going to roll over the date night because my husband and I will likely do something soon, and it'll just be easier to ensure that we're rolling that money over and keeping that envelope with something in it. So I have unstuffed the cash envelopes. I'll show you what I'll do with the remaining extra from those envelopes, but first I'm going to go ahead and set up the money that I got from the bank. And we will get that counted. I took out $1,080 from the bank, and I am first just going to organize this money. Then I'll count it to make sure we have everything that we withdrew. Yeah, so it's really important for me to be able to have all of my bills facing the same way. I don't know why, that's just what it is. So now we can go ahead and get this money counted. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. 550, 600, 650. 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 830, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, $950. 960, 970, 980, 990, 1,000, 1,010, 20, 1,030. 1,035, 1,040, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 1,075, 1,076, 1,077, 1,078, 1,079, $1,080. So we have everything that we withdrew from the bank, and now I'm gonna bring my cash envelopes back over and go ahead and get these envelopes stuffed. So in date night, I will be adding $15. So I'm gonna do a 10 and a 5 this time. And remember, I had the 3 5s left over from last week's stuffing. So in date night, we now have 10, 15, 20, 25, and $30. And I think I'm just gonna keep rolling over date night and make sure we have enough stuffed in there. So eating out actually got a boost this week. Instead of $40, I'm doing $50, but I need to check to see how I broke that down. So I have a envelopes cash tracker that will just tell me the denominations needed for each category broken out. And so for eating out, I did 50. So I did 120, 110, 3 5s, and 5 1s. All right, so I'm gonna count and make sure that is correct. We have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, $50 in eating out. So I will say, since I have been in the house more, eating out, like ordering Uber Eats or something like that, has been happening more often. And so I increased that budget just a little bit to see if that would feel like enough. Gas is going to get $70 again this week, but we will not be rolling over that $70 that we took out of the gas envelope. I'll show you what we'll do with that in a little bit. I'm going to get a fresh 70, and I think this is the same 3 20s and a 10. So I'm gonna go back to my tracker here. 20s. Oh, that was perfect pickup. Love that. So I have 20, 40, 60, 70 in gas. Groceries will be getting $100, and I do my groceries with a 50, some 20s, and 10s. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100 in groceries. Miscellaneous will be getting 20, as always. And spending will be getting 30. So I know you may ask, why am I putting money in spending if I'm on a no spend January? And the reason for that is because I still may have expenses that occur that fit within that spending category. So a lot of times, instead of pulling money out of household, for example, if I need some toiletries or some toilet paper or something like that, I can use my spending cash. And those are necessities. Those are things I still need. So even though I don't want to spend on things that are not necessities, I may have to spend on things that are. And so that's why I'm still giving myself $30 in spending if I have any necessary expenditures that come up. So that is all for the cash envelopes. I do have some coins that I am going to take out. And I will begin removing all of the coins from my wallet at the end of the pay period, and then doing that continuously throughout the year. So in coins, I have 50, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $1, 10, 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I have $1.40 in coins, which is great. I don't have a dedicated coin holder yet, but I will be getting one soon. So I'm going to find a pouch to put these coins in, and then we'll get into stuffing the sinking funds. So I decided to just throw the coins in an A7 envelope until I find a permanent solution. So we'll go ahead and put that to the side. And now we can begin stuffing our sinking funds, which is my favorite part. So I'm gonna start with the blue binder here. And I know some people have their binders set up where there may be high priority or low priority, or have a system dedicated to how their binders are set up. I'm not there. I just put my envelopes in alphabetical order, and that's how I use my binders. So they're just divided by making sure there would be enough space once we really start getting higher numbers or higher amounts in these envelopes. There'd be enough space for all of them. So no special type of division of my envelopes and their binders as of now. So the first envelope I will be stuffing today is my annual fees envelope, and subscriptions, and that is going to get $20. So in this envelope now we have 20, 40, 60, 65. And I'm just going to put the envelope balance there. Love to see these envelopes increasing every pay period. Next, car maintenance. So for some bad news, it's like every time you start getting your stuff together, life tries to throw you a little shade. So my battery died this past pay period. So I ended up having to get a battery in my car, and I did not have enough in my car maintenance envelope yet because I just started stuffing this a couple of pay periods ago. And so I ended up putting it on a credit card. Now for me, I don't have a problem with that. Credit cards for me, like at this point, I'm trying to relegate them to emergencies only. So I'm going to have to pay myself back. And my car battery installation was almost $300, which made me want to gag. But I'm just glad that I've started saving for the contingency, and I'm going to keep putting that money in this envelope until I get that paid off. So for me, once I get 100 or more in this envelope, I'm gonna take that money and put it directly on my credit card until I pay off that bill for car maintenance for that battery. But I'm just grateful that up to this point, I haven't had any major, anything major going on. I've had my battery and I've had to replace a couple of tires, but that's it. So I'm grateful, and I'm grateful I restarted this journey. So for car maintenance, I'm actually gonna stuff 50. And that will put us at 50, 70, 90, 100. So I am going to take this out of this envelope and during this pay period and deposit that into the bank so I can pay my credit card. So I have 100 in car maintenance, but that really blew me. I was like, of course, once I get it together and get the savings back on track, this happens. Now I have Christmas. I'm gonna stuff $20 in the Christmas fund. So Christmas now has 20, 30. And it's just January and we've already got $30 in a Christmas envelope. Not a lot, but I'm happy to have started saving for that already. Debt snowball. So essentially my debt snowball this month is going to be from that car maintenance envelope. So I guess I need to pay off what I just charged. So I'm not stuffing anything in my debt snowball in the sinking funds envelope this month. Next is emergency fund, which will get $25. So emergency fund now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Is that right? No. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75. I was like, I do 25 a pay period. So yeah, emergency fund now has $75. Next is furniture. Furniture is going to get $5. And that is a total of $25.35 in furniture. So this is a lower priority envelope, but I do want to keep putting something in it every month. Gifts gets $20. Gifts is a high priority envelope for me because my husband's primary love language is gifts. So I do try to stuff this one a little more. And we now have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Let's do that again. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Yep, $70 in gifts, which is great. I'm gonna get that down. And that is it for my blue binder. Now I'm gonna move on to the mint binder. In the mint binder, I'm going to be starting with giving. So giving is getting $10. And in giving, I now have $10.25. Next up is home maintenance. Home maintenance, which is now household. I changed the name and I purchased envelopes. There's been some snafu with them. I don't know if they're coming, hopefully so. But household, which has been renamed, will get $30. So that's 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. It's great to have almost $100 in our household. By the next pay period, we should hit that. So that's fantastic. Luxury and wardrobe. This is also a low priority envelope for me, but I do want to keep contributing to it consistently. So it now has 20, 25, and 30. Next is medical expenses. Medical expenses is also getting $5 this pay period. So medical now has 10, 15, 20. Which is great just to have a little extra. I do have health insurance and I have a flexible spending account, but this is just for anything that isn't covered by those items. Next is retirement, and retirement is getting $20. So in the envelope this pay period, I have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, $40 in retirement. And I'm actually going to take this change out because I don't even remember what this change is from. And I'm going to place it in that same coin envelope that I created. It can live there for now. So retirement, I put 20 in. How much did I have? 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 for retirement. That's great. Next is savings. Savings will be getting $60. 50, 10. So savings now has 50, 100, 150, 160, 165, 170. So love to see that envelope growing. And we're about to hit $200 in savings, which is exciting as well. I told y'all I celebrate the small victories too. Vacation fund, which is our last sinking fund, is going to get 25. So our vacation fund now has 50, 70, 80, 85. So that is it for my sinking funds. So I know now, well, before I get to these hundreds, I'm gonna go ahead and stuff the rest of my challenges. So as you all know, I told you last week, I am doing the Pink X Budget Gold Challenge. And the money that I had left over from my gas, which was all $70, was the amount that I needed to stuff this week for my gold scratch off challenge. So I'm taking that money from the rollover that I had and putting it in my gold challenge envelope. So that's 20, 40, 60, and 70. So I know people don't really count their challenges often. I'm just gonna count mine because I wanna see what we have in here after a couple of pay periods. And so far I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 115. So that's not bad at all. Now, I'm not tracking that, however, but I am going to grab a coin and scratch off a couple of these diamonds for next pay period to see what envelopes or what I would need to stuff in this envelope my next pay period. So I think I'm gonna choose this. That's 50, okay. And here, 25. So I will need to stuff 75, 50, and 25 for my next pay period. So I'm actually just gonna write this on the challenge tracker section so I won't forget what I need to stuff for my next pay period. And that is it for now for this envelope. So I know you're like, Shawnee, you got some hundreds here. So what's left over is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. This is not on my tracker because I literally just decided to start doing this when I went to the bank. But I'm going to take the money out that I'm putting on my mortgage every month in cash. Because again, if money is in my account and I can swipe a card, it's available to me psychologically. But I need to make sure I'm taking this out and putting it aside. Not that I've had any challenges paying my mortgage. I just want to make sure that I'm following the budget that I've set up for myself. So I am taking that money, which again is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and putting that aside to pay my mortgage every month. So you won't, and I likely won't add this to any tracker because that money is getting spent every month, but I did just want to take that money out and set it aside for the purpose that it is intended for. And lastly, I have $50 left and I have been trying to decide what I'm going to do with it. So I think what I'm going to do is take 30 of this and put it in car maintenance because again, I had that battery issue. So instead of 50, we will be stuffing 80. And instead of 100, it'll be 130 that I'm going to deposit in the bank. So I'm gonna put this in my car maintenance envelope because I wanna get that paid off and off my credit card as soon as possible. So now we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130 in car maintenance. I will be taking this out of my envelope and depositing it into the bank this pay period. So that's what we did with that 30. And the last 20, I did say I think I want to start rolling over spending. So I'm going to take 20 of that spending envelope and put it back in. So instead of spending having 30, it now has 20, 40, and 50. Give myself a little extra so when it is time or when I can spend, I'll have a little something to work with. And that is it for my first cash stuffing of 2022. I'm so grateful that you decided to join me today, and I hope that you keep it up. Don't forget to tell a friend that we're saving money over here. And I ask that you please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps grow my channel. I really appreciate you being with me today, and I will catch y'all next time.